Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to continue with our box series and we're going to make a bracelet box. Now, you will need 2 pieces of pattern card or pattern paper which measure 7 by 7 inches, and you need to score at 1 inch all the way round on both pieces. This is a double-sided paper. I'm going to use this side for the outside, but it's just as beautiful on the inside. I thought this might be a bit much for a bracelet box, but it might not be. Some might like it. This came from the Works. I can't remember the name of the pad, but it came from the Works. I'll look it up later and I'll link it below if you're interested, and I'll check to see if it's still available. But I'm going to use this side just because I think it's more subtle. And we're going to, after we've scored it, we're going to find ourselves a pair of scissors, just like we've done before. I'm in a slightly different place this time, so I have got my glue gun, because I wanted to use a glue gun for this. And we're going to cut down, sorry guys, I can't actually see my screen from here, so I hope you can see more than I can. We're going to cut down those tabs and we're going to just notch them out, just like we did in our previous project with our ring box. So we'll do that on all 4 sides. I'll do my best to make sure you can see, because I can't see, so I'm hoping you can. I can't see my screen. The sun is pouring through the window, which is absolutely wonderful, but it means I can't see the screen. But anyway, we'll just very quickly notch that out like that. So we're going to cut down our tabs. If you've not seen this in the last one, you can catch up on this one. So this is just a standard box, really. We start the same way as pretty much the same way as you'd make any box. So we're going to just very quickly cut some notches off of those tabs, just to make sure that it's not bulky, because if we left it flush, it might be a bit bulky when we fold it in. So we're going to fold and burnish. Well, we don't need to burnish too much, but we are going to fold our score lines, fold along all our score lines, including the tabs. And once we've done that, we'll start putting this thing together. Right, this time I am going to use my glue gun because I want it to stay. So I'm going to put a blob of glue there and bring it up straight away, because as you probably know, glue gun doesn't take long, hot glue doesn't take long to dry. But you do get that instant stick. Yeah. So we're going to do that on all 4 tabs. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it. You can put it on the flat piece if you find it easier. Yeah. So just make sure you line your box side up with your crease line or your score line, and then you'll have a beautifully straight box. So we're going to do that on all 4 sides. We've done 2 sides. We'll just quickly do, we can't do 2 together because the hot glue, because it's hot glue and because it dries so quickly, it might dry before one might dry before we do the other one. So we will need to just do 1 at a time, but that's okay, won't take long. We're nearly done. And then I'll show you how we make the base for the bracelet. So, which again is very easy. So there we go, there is our box. That's the inside. So the inside, if we use double-sided card or double-sided paper for our jewellery boxes, the inside will look just as beautiful as the outside. So for your base, I'm calling it a plateau, for your bracelet plateau, you will need 1 piece of white card that measures 4.5 by 4.5 inches. And I should have done this before we started, because this is going to take a while, but it won't take too long. I've put foam pads on one side. Now, if you haven't got white foam, you can use foam board if you want to, if you haven't got mount board. But if you haven't got foam board or mount board, what you need to do is you need to find yourself some white card and stack about 3 pieces together. The same measurement, 4.25 by 4.25. I think that's what I did. Yes, 4.5 by 4.5, beg your pardon. And just stick them with hot glue or any way you like, really. You can even stick them with pads if you want a bit more dimension. So we're going to very quickly, we're nearly there, take all of those off. So while I've been chatting to you, I've been taking those off. And we're going to stick that in the centre. Now you can do this before you make your box up if you want to. But if you do it this way, and there are pros and cons to this system. If you do it this way, you guarantee you don't put it over the fold, and you guarantee that your box will stay as a box and won't get interfered with. So the next thing we need to do is put our bracelet piece in. Now you will need 6 circles which measure 2.5 inches in diameter. Now I'm going to spare you the agony of watching me stack 6 together. So I've stacked 5 together, and again we have got foam pads between each. So I've stacked 5. I'm just going to take the backing tape off of the top one, and we're just going to pop, oh, off you go. So we're just going to line that up, stack them up so that they're in a straight stack like that, or straightish stack anyway, and press it down. And on the underside we have got some more foam pads. So if you're anything like me, you've probably got thousands of foam pads, but that's all right, you can never have enough, especially if you use as many as I do. So we're going to take them off. Looks like a snowstorm back here. With all these foam pads backing sheets, it looks like a snowstorm just off camera, but I'll spare you that because it looks a bit of a mess. And we're going to put that, make sure it's roughly in the centre, and then just give it a bit of a press. And we're going to set that to one side just for a moment, because now we're going to make the lid. So if you wanted to, if you had double-sided paper, if you wanted to, you could use one side for the base and the opposite side for the lid. But I think I'm going to keep this side as the top because I really do like it. So, but this time we're going to do something slightly different, just as we did in the last project, if you were able to join me. The first 2 tabs, we're going to, if you can find the score line, cut down, but the first 2, we're going to cut these 2 tabs off completely. So find your score line. If you can't find it, just bend it down, like I've just done. So just pop that off, and we're going to do the same to the other side. So just bend your score line down so that you can actually see it, and cut it off. But don't cut any further than that, otherwise you'll end up with no sides. And then for this one, we are going to, again, find our score line. It's nice to see the sun, but it does make it difficult to see other things. So we're going to cut up like that. Again, these 2 we're just going to notch out like that. Just pop that out. And we're going to do that there as well. So just cut out a tiny wedge. Someone asked me in the comments the other day, what did I mean by notching out? So what you do is you just cut a tiny wedge. It's like a little wedge. If I bring that one back, let me just bring that back to show you. So you cut a wedge about that big. Looks like a wedge of cheese or a wedge of pizza, but don't try and eat it because it's not very nice. So bend it down like that, and once again we're going to use our trusty glue gun. It's been heating up quite nicely while I've been chatting away to you. So we're going to put that on there and bring that up and put it there. Don't do what I've just done and get hot glue on your fingers, because that burns. But we've got it off, it's okay, no problem. So, and we've just got one more to do. One more side to do, that is. So again, we're going to push that up like that. And squeeze it with your fingers, but do mind your fingers. If you're worried about burning your fingers, I'd suggest use a pair of tweezers, which is what I should have done if I'd have thought of bringing a pair down, which I didn't. But not to worry, no harm done. So just sweep that aside. We're almost done, guys. So this is actually our hinge for our box. So we're going to bring that down like that. And once again, because I want it to stay strong, I am using hot glue for this. We're going to move that to one side, and I'll bring it back in a minute. It doesn't matter, because it's a square box, it doesn't matter at all what side you put your hinge on. So pop that over there, because we don't need it anymore. And we're going to just line it up and push. So you have got a little bit of time to squeeze this into place. And there you have your box, and that will sit quite snugly. And if you wanted to, now, fortunately I'm sitting right by my drawer, and I'm looking for my, whoops, no, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for my glue stick. Because if you wanted to, this is an optional extra, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. But I have got an extra decoration, which I'm going to sit on top, because I thought it matched quite nicely with these little flowers. And if you want to do that, I've just cut a square which measures 4 by 4 inches. But as I say, this is purely optional. If you want to keep yours like that, if you want to keep it undecorated, that's fine. Absolutely fine, no problem at all. But I just thought a little extra decoration, especially if you're going to gift or sell these, a little more decoration. Sometimes people will buy something or like it more because they like the packaging. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and we'll save the best till last, which is putting the bracelet in the box. So that, I've possibly done it the wrong way round, but it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think, with these ones. They're so beautiful. Now, I've got my bracelet over here, so I'm going to open the box, and then all you do is you take your bracelet, this is an elasticated bracelet, so it makes it even easier. Slide it on, and there you go, guys. One beautiful bracelet box. And then there it is, nice and snug. So there you go, guys. There is our bracelet box all ready to either gift or sell, whichever you like to do with your jewellery. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And the final project in this series will be a necklace box, which is very similar to this. It's just a different size. Rather than being a square box, it's a rectangular box. But the rest of it is very simple. So what I might do is spare you the agony of watching me make the box up together, and then show you what I do for the inside and give you the measurements, of course. So next time I come back, I will show you how I make and arrange my necklace box. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to those who subscribe. If you've watched this video for the first time, or this channel for the first time, and you've enjoyed this and you're not a subscriber yet, please do hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. If you've enjoyed the video, please do give me a thumbs up. That would help the channel an awful lot. And I'll see you in my next video. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Do take care, everybody. Have fun. And as always, happy crafting. Bye-bye for now.